Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya.
Bhagwan Shri Yogi Ramsuratkumar ki jai. Sarvam Yogi Ramsuratkumar Arpanamatu. This evening twilight, we were able to sing Bhagwan's powerful name, sitting right in the shrine of Bhagwan, right in the powerful shrine of Bhagwan, is no small grace. Let us celebrate this huge grace of Bhagwan in our heart and continue to offer more and more Nama flowers at his feet. Our grateful, endless pranams at the lotus feet of Bhagwan. Today, I want to say something about what I narrated a few days back. There is a correction in that. We came to know only afterwards. When I was describing the experience of Sri Balasubramaniam of Kavarapettai, he had mentioned that there was a book of medical miracles written by Dr. Ramachandran, the head of the Department of Cardiology, Apollo Hospital, Chennai. I had my doubts about it even while I was saying it, but then I thought I would find out. And we did. I was able to contact Sri R.R. Suratkumar, who has to move with many doctors, who knows all the doctors, reasonably that is, in the medical field. So I asked him about this book of miracles by Dr. Ramachandran. He said, to my knowledge, there is no such book at all, except that I myself had an experience of what is stated in your satsang, like how Bhagwan could set right things even in dreams, and how the name medical miracle also came about. He said there was some uncle of his friend who was working in Jamshedpur in a very high post in a company. But suddenly one day he found that he had 3 blocks in his heart, which was a serious situation. So he rushed to Chennai, Apollo Hospital, and consulted Dr. Ramachandran, the head of the cardiology department. He understood. After seeing the report, Dr. Ramachandran immediately fixed open heart surgery for him. The very following day. Now when R.R. Suratkumar came to know about it, Suratkumar is the proprietor of High Care Pharma. He immediately rushed to Apollo Hospital and spoke to his uncle about Yogi Ramsuratkumar Bhagwan and his name, the efficacy of his name. Very excitedly, he also presented a book, an English book on Yogi Ramsuratkumar, probably by Caylor Wadlington, and left after words of consolation. Naturally, everybody would be afraid if the following day, early morning, there was going to be a heart operation. So this uncle of his friend needed all the boost. Yet, when Surat Kumar offered the book in English on Yogi Ramsuratkumar, all that uncle said was, "Oh, I don't have time. Let me see. If I have time, I will go through it." The way he said it would seem he was not interested. Naturally, the next day morning, he had the open heart surgery. Shri Surat Kumar was a little upset that the uncle did not take this book seriously. In any case, he told his friend's uncle, "I will pray to Bhagwan Yogi Ramsuratkumar and help would come from him. Please don't worry. Bhagwan would see to it." And then he rushed back home, chanted Bhagwan's Nama for the sake of this uncle, kept on chanting for some time and fell asleep. He had a dream in which, surprisingly, it was the operation theatre, and the main doctor, who was in the green dress of the operation theatre, to his wonder and delight, was none other than Bhagwan Shri Yogi Ramsuratkumar. Yes, he was truly wearing the doctor's uniform in the operation theatre. He was the main doctor who operated upon his friend's uncle, and what was more, Bhagwan was saying he did something on the heart of the uncle and then called out to Surat Kumar and said, "Look, I have done this operation. Now you see how the blocks have been removed. Just see." He even showed it to Surat Kumar, laughed, and then Surat Kumar woke up. What a strange dream, and so very reassuring that Bhagwan should appear in his dream, standing in the operation theatre in the dress of a doctor, and was operating on this uncle. So you see, when Surat Kumar opened, it was 5:30 in the morning. It was an early morning dream. Generally, it is a belief among the Hindus that the early morning dreams would come true. So now Surat Kumar rushed to the hospital to offer, to tell those people, to tell this uncle particularly about his dream. He wanted to say that nothing to worry, that Bhagwan would himself come to the operation theatre and do the operation on you. Please don't fear. But then, when he reached the hospital, to his great dismay, he found that this uncle of his friend had vacated the room and left the hospital. What a surprise. And then he inquired what happened, and those people said the doctor of the cardiologist, Dr. Ramachandran, was going to operate on him. So this uncle was being taken towards the operation he was taken to the operation theatre, and they would recheck up about the blocks. So when angiogram was done again on the heart of this uncle, to his great surprise, Dr. Ramachandran found there were no blocks at all. The vessels were clean. So he wrote in the medical report, a medical miracle. And what was more, he sent the man away. He sent the uncle, he discharged him. So as soon as R.R. Suratkumar heard it, he immediately rushed to the house of this uncle. Of course, there everybody seemed happy that the surgery was cancelled by none other than the chief doctor. And when they heard about the dream Shri Suratkumar had early morning, their happiness was boundless. So, you see, they found out that Bhagwan truly came in his dream and truly performed this operation to the surprise and delight of all. So what came in the dream became true because this uncle of his friend did not have any blocks. They were truly removed. So Shri R.R. Suratkumar said, Amma, this is the only incident I came to know, because I was there personally, and the Dr. Ramachandran had written in the record a medical miracle. You see, Amma, it happened about 30 years back. There might have been other cases as well where they probably visited Yogi Ramsuratkumar Bhagwan before the operation or something, and that might have resulted in these medical miracles again and again. And probably he wrote in all those reports the same word, medical miracle. But this apart, he did not know anything else. So now I have to say, there is no such book as The Miracles of Yogi Ramsuratkumar by Dr. Ramachandran, but it is very much true that he did write in the reports whenever he had to cancel the heart surgery just because the patient had been to Yogi Ramsuratkumar. And when they returned, there were no blocks. Now this story reminds me of another one which I probably narrated some time back. In any case, once more reliving this experience will only add to our inspiration. This is the case of Sri Gopi Aachari of Kavarapettai. Kavarapettai is a place very near Ponneri. Sri Gopi Aachari was a carpenter there. He passed away some time back. He was a carpenter, and one day the whole family came for darshan of Bhagwan. That was before 2000, when Bhagwan was giving darshan in the dining hall. It was probably 95 or 96. When Bhagwan gestured towards this Gopi Aachari to come near and offered a cigarette. So Gopi Aachari stretched his hand to take it. And suddenly Bhagwan shifted the cigarette to his other hand and gripped both the thumbs of this Gopi Aachari. It was such a hard grip that it began to pain. And what was more, Gopi Aachari felt something stirring inside and moving upwards. It was a very strange experience for him, and it was very, very painful. So he was trying to extricate his thumbs from Bhagwan's grip, but Bhagwan would only tightened it more and not let him lose his grip. So after that, Gopi Aachari had to go through many changes in the body and mind level. Now 1.5 years after this experience, Shri Gopi Aachari had this piles trouble. It became so serious, it started to bleed. And when he went for examination, the doctor said there was something like a tumour that was about the size of a tomato. So the doctor suggested immediate surgery the following day itself. So that was fixed. And then Gopi Aachari gave a telegram to Bhagwan saying that piles operation was to happen the following day. Now that night, Shri Gopi Aachari had a dream. And in that dream, Bhagwan appeared with me and then went near Gopi Aachari. Then he looked around, he found a lamp of the type that you find only in Kerala. It is its central shaft above that portion where we could light the wicks. Now the central shaft ended up with a very sharp point, and Bhagwan took it in his hand. In one gesture, he put it in the fire and heated it. When it reached a certain point, Bhagwan approached Gopi Aachari and then put that hot tip of the lamp into the anus of Gopi Aachari. You can imagine how painful it should have been, and Gopi Aachari probably screamed. But all that Gopi Aachari had written was, he woke up. And there was no pain at all in the mouth of the anus. And what was more, there was no Bhagwan. It was all a dream. All the same, he was overwhelmed by the dream. The next day morning, when he passed motion, the whole lot, I think they call it fissure or something, I do not know the exact word for it, the whole lot came out, the size of a tomato. It fell out with the motion, to his great surprise. So Gopi Aachari immediately called everybody at home and pointed to this tomato-sized lump. This truly happened. The lump did come out. But Bhagwan's treatment for that happened in the dream. And after that, he went to the hospital, got admitted for the operation. And the doctor who examined him in the operation theatre, he put on the gloves and then put his hand inside the anus of Shri Gopi Aachari, and to his great surprise, there was no this tomato-sized lump at all. The other day when he examined, it was very much there. And Gopi Aachari was suffering so much. And today, it has miraculously disappeared. What happened? And then again, he wanted to wipe it clean inside, so he put his hand with a glove on, and with cotton he was trying to wipe it, and when he drew it out, he found there were burnt pieces of flesh, bits and pieces of it. And then the doctor exclaimed, said, "Mr. Gopi, someone had already operated on you, and he has done a very clean job. Now, there is nothing to operate on. You are completely okay." Just see, something that happened in the dream, but the result is found in the waking hour. This is what Bhagwan used to say, that whenever he appeared, whenever he came in the dreams of people, people could take it as real. Sometimes they cannot do certain things in the physical level, in which case they would appear in the dream and get it done. So in both the cases, we see Bhagwan doing the operation in different ways, and the result was found in the wakeful hour. Both medical miracles. Now this Bhagwan is here right in front of us with a hand raised in benediction and a smile on his lips, as if to say, "Why do you fear? I am here." Let us appeal to his generosity and compassion and offer our today's prayers. Bhagwan, we beg you again and again and zillion times for your immediate divine intervention in order to free the entire humanity in general and India in particular. For the simple reason India is going through a very difficult situation now, unlike the other countries. Bhagwan, please bring back normalcy in every aspect of life, everywhere. We also beg you to remove the panic from the hearts of people. The panic is playing havoc. It is worse than the pandemic. And Bhagwan, we beg you again for stopping the rapid spread of the disease. Please, Bhagwan, please enter all these medicines so that they would work, they would kill the entire clan of viruses. And all those people who are waiting outside the hospitals for lack of oxygen or lack of medical treatment, Bhagwan, we beg you again and again and again to reach out to them and help them so that they could find the right treatment, get well soon, and return home safely. And Bhagwan, we beg you for a boost to our economy, and all these great soldiers who have been laboring hard day and night at the very risk of their lives in order to save other lives. Please give them protection and all-round well-being. And Bhagwan, above all, we beg you once again a zillion times for that great blessing of constant remembrance of your name. Please bless us with the right attitude, the attitude of gratitude, the attitude of being a good instrument in your hands only, so that we would go about our life as an offering to you. And the last, but not the least, in fact more importantly, we beg you to bless us with that purity of heart where we could see only your presence and blessings in every happening of in our lives. Jai Yogi Ramsuratkumar.